Starting an Etsy print-on-demand business is probably one of the best side hustles you can start in this year, and you can actually get started selling t-shirts without having a ton of graphic design experience. And there are a ton of products that are very simple for you to create, but as you can see, they are getting tons of sales. So in today's video, I want to share with you multiple best-selling products that are getting tons of sales and how they are easy to create with a software where literally you are utilizing a template to redesign and recreate so you can start listing this product on Etsy. And if you stay to the end of the video, I'll share with you my secret tool that allows me to edit pre-made design so I can use this on my print-on-demand product. I want to share this all with you coming up next. So here we are in Kittl, and as you can see, this is a great place for you to really create all things print on demand. Again, just not your t-shirts, but again, your tote bags, your hoodies. You can even create things for mugs and ornaments, and they make it really easy for you to get started because they have a ton of templates for you to use. And they even have some new features like AI, where you can actually type in some prompts and get some output of some very cool graphics you can use for your print on demand business. And again, I love their text feature because this is where I really spend most of my time in Kittl, just to create those wavy text designs that can really stand out above the rest of the competition. So if you want to check out Kittl on your own, again, I make sure I leave all the details in my description box below. This is the main platform that we're going to use today to create our print on demand products. And again, this is going to speed up our entire design because everything here we're working from a template as opposed to working from scratch. So before we create any product, we definitely want to do some product research to see what type of t-shirts are selling well on Etsy. So we know this particular, keyword is doing extremely well here, football shirts. We see the level of competition, which I'm not concerned about because once we add personalization and add in different design elements, we can break through the competition here. And especially if we're targeting a specific audience. So I'm not necessarily concerned about that level of competition. This product has a particular high sales signal. That means 58 out of the 60 listings on the first page has received at least one sale in the past 7 days. Some products may have received, 100 sales in the last 7 days. Some may have just received one, but it's giving us the sales signal to let us know this is a product worth creating. Now, when I go down here, there's some additional information we can see to help us determine what products to create. We see the photo here of the main thumbnail image. We see the count for the sales in the last 7 days. We see the sales in the last 24 hours. We see the view count, the favorites, and the release dates, along with additional keywords and tags. And as you see here, this shirt received 139 sales in the last 7 days. And of course, we see that it has received a sale today, and we see the additional keywords being used and the level of views it received in the last 7 days. So that means the keywords and the designs are doing well in order for them to get these amount of views. So as you can see, when we're going here more specifically for our search term, like this one here, Mama Football T-shirt, the competition went down extremely, but yet we still have a large amount of people purchasing items like this here. And so we definitely want to identify specifically the designs that's doing well. And even though this product is an SVG, not necessarily a t-shirt, this is kind of the trend that we definitely want to follow, having the mama across here and definitely bringing in some type of retro element in the middle. Again, we see shirts doing well here, 132 sales in the past 7 days for this particular PNG design. So we know people are buying this and using this, and we actually see t-shirts that's using that same design and again making a ton of sales, and we see that being done right here. 61 sales in the last 7 days. Again, this product was released about 60 days or so ago, so again, really good in demand. And again, it has that mama going across with that retro style design here, and I think we can do a little bit better with our retro style design. Instead of us just putting a lightning bolt football, I think we can put some more things in here to really bring out that retro element we know to do well across many different print on demand t-shirts. So before we start creating in Kittl, I like to go ahead and utilize one of their templates to use as a starting place for our print on demand design. And one of the things I like to do is go to the search bar, just type in whatever my niche is. In our case today, we are creating a mom football shirt. So I just want to simply type in mom shirt. And the reason for this is that we're going to find some things that is very similar to what we see to work well in our niche on Etsy. So we're going to find some great font choices, some elements, some layouts that will speed up our process where we don't have to create anything from scratch. And again, because we are focused on our particular niche, we're going to find some great elements in font styles we can go ahead and utilize on our design. As you see here, there are a ton of great templates we can go ahead and use as a starting point for our overall design. All right, so here is the design that we want to go with here. I love how we have this text across our shirt, and again, they have some great elements here as well. I think this would be a great placement for another element design. So we can click on this here and we can use this as our template design. So one of the things I see here that I automatically want to do here is change, of course, the text we have here. We have flower, flower, flower all the way down. So we definitely want to change that out to mama. And we definitely want to take this butterfly out here and change our background color so we can resemble the t-shirt that we know we're going to sell, or at least present as our main color t-shirt as a selling point. So a couple of things here that we want to go ahead and change is the text here. And once I have that text here, the great thing about Kittl is I can copy and paste this into the other blocks of text. All right, now we have mama all the way down. Now we're definitely not going to use these butterflies here, so we can just delete this, and we're not going to use this center butterfly at all, so we can click on this and delete this as well. Now one of the things I like to do is change the background of my particular canvas because I want to resemble the t-shirt that I want to sell on. I know I'm going to sell something close to a black t-shirt or a dark heather gray, so I can make those adjustments here. And one of the things I like to do is just go ahead and highlight everything and make this a little bit larger because we know this is going to be large on our t-shirt design. And I want to center everything up here as we have it. Now, one of the cool things about Kittl is that they already have in their platform a lot of wonderful text we can use. We can do things like retro style designs with this retro text and just a whole bunch of different script font as well. And we can upload our own text as well, as you see I have done here multiple times. But I think honestly with this text that we have here, it works well with the overall niche. Now what's cool about using Kittl that I really find extremely useful is this option to transform my text. As you see here, we have different ways we can transform the text. One of the things I like to do is add in the flag style, as it gives us that kind of wavy style that we know is trending right now on Etsy. And we have these points here. If we do want to change this up to be more customizable, we can take these endpoints and do that as well. But again, for my example today, I want to stick with the default feature of the flag transformation that we have with our text. And whatever I have done with one part of the text, I want to do with the other parts as well. And as you see here, it's super easy to transform my text to make it more appealing in regards to our design. Now, one of the things I like to do when everything is done, I like to group everything together so we know this is not going to move or change in any way. So I highlight everything here. I can just simply hit right click, hit group, and now this is one solid piece. So I know everything is going to stay consistently in the proper order. Now, one of the things we definitely want to do is add in some unique designs here for our element to be in the center. Again, we see things to work well from our original design here, like this football lightning element. But I think we can do something a little bit better here because, again, I don't see a lot of people using retro style element designs. So we definitely want to add in some retro type football design elements here. Now we can jump into programs like Creative Fabrica and find some additional elements we can use for our print on demand product. And we're going to upload these elements into Kittl so we can use that on our design. And in our case today, we definitely want to go for a retro style football design. So I think this is a huge element we can add into our design to make our product stand out even more. Now, typically what people do is that they download this particular file and upload it to a t-shirt and try to sell it. And again, multiple people will sell the same type of t-shirt. So that is not the method we're going to do. But I do like this retro style football element here. And I do like some of the stars here. So we're going to download this and edit this pre-made design so we can actually utilize some things on it on our Kittl design that we are creating for our Etsy shop. Now, one of the programs we're going to use to actually make our edit with our pre-made design is Pixlr. This is totally free to use. So I definitely want to go ahead and open up my design, and I have it here, and I want to utilize the original size. and hit apply. And as you see here, this is exactly what we downloaded from Creative Fabrica. And again, we don't want to keep all of the things that's on here like 'tis the season. We definitely want to keep this football here and some of the stars. Now what's great about this program, that I can go ahead and go to the erase tool here, and this will allow me to erase anything that's on my image. Now my brush here is kind of small, so we're not really going to make a huge impact on our pre-made design. So I can go up to the top here and it says 40, that's the radius of my brush. I can actually increase the radius of my brush to make it a little bit larger. And the softness here, I want to bring this down a little bit lower because anything that I hover over, I want this to be immediately erased. Now I have my radius of my brush increased, and now I'm able to click on my mouse and remove all of the text that's on my screen. Again, we're going to utilize this text that's in Kittl because they have some great features there that we can definitely utilize for this design. But again, we don't want to, grab over this pre-made design as it is because we have our own text. We want to erase this text and just keep some of the elements in to use in our own design. So in our case today, we have the stars here visible and we actually have the football visible. But again, I don't want to keep this as it is because I want to place these stars in my own area on Kittl. So from here, I want to go even further and erase the stars so I only have the football in the image. So as you see here, we just isolated this football element to be a standalone element we can utilize on Kittl. Only thing I have to do here is go to File, go to Export, and that is one file type I can upload into Kittl. Now, again, I want to go back and utilize those stars. So easy thing to do is just simply hit Control Z or just click Edit and hit Undo to bring my stars back into the picture. And now with my stars there, you guessed it, I'm going to erase the football now because I don't need the football. I have that already downloaded as a standalone image. So now that my stars are here, all I have to do again is go to Export and save this as a PNG file, plug in a particular file name, and now that file has been saved. So now we have our elements redesigned and Pixlr. We definitely want to add in those things here to use on Kittl. And the only thing we have to do to actually grab our designs is go to the place where we have it downloaded and we want to head over to upload here. And all we got to do is just drag over our design and plop it into this area here. And as you can see here, it's going to upload right in the area for us to utilize on our canvas. Same thing here I want to do with my stars that we grabbed over as well. Upload that into our canvas so we can utilize this on our particular product. All right, so now that we have our elements uploaded, we can go in here and actually add this to our design. Only thing we have to do is just click on this and now this is added. Now one of the things you see here that this big open space here in our design is pretty small, but we definitely want to go ahead and change that. One thing we got to do is double click on our image so we can crop this out and just really allow our entire design to be focused on the element here. And now we can grab the edge here and just make this a little bit larger. And now we can place this in the center of our design. And now we have it here. So now that we have our particular football in place, we want to go back to our uploads and now we want to bring in our stars. Now this is going to be extremely helpful for us because we're going to decorate the outside of our design here with the stars that we have. And so one of the easy things you can do here just to make this larger and just see where the stars fall into place. And again, we can make some adjustments there. And as you can see here, this is already coming out extremely well, just with the stars already coming up in the right place that we can actually lay out for our overall design. And I think what we have here looks extremely well. So one of the things I want to do with our design is have some stars here on the top right hand corner because it's very empty. So all I have to do here is highlight on my stars that's already in place. I want to right click, hit copy, right click again, hit paste. Now I have a new set of stars to use. And because I don't want to, overdo this with my stars, all I have to do here, double click on my design. Again, I can just go ahead and crop out these stars here and only focus on the ones I want to use. And I definitely want to use the ones that's in this area here. Now I have those stars in place. All I have to do here is move those over and add those stars here in the proper area I want. And I think that is a great place to add in our stars for this design. So now that we have everything in place, we can go and make some adjustments if needed to make our football larger if we so choose. We can go back in here and make our mama text a little bit larger if we so choose. Now, one final piece to our design that we can definitely add is personalization. Again, I think that is a great way for you to stand out above the rest of the competition. And some of the things we see to work extremely well on best-selling products. So I think adding in just a small number here on the white part of our element is a great thing to add. And all thing I have to do here to add that is click T. This will bring up my text. And I just want to put a number just to represent what the customer can add. So I want to put number 27. And I want to go ahead and utilize the font that we have here that is working well in our design. I can go back to the text settings here and just pick the particular font that we are already utilizing. And I have it here. And because we are working with a grayed out type of design, I definitely wanted to make sure that my number is representing that same type of color fade. So I can go to the text color here and just bring this up just a little bit just to reflect that slight fade with our design. Now I want to go down here and add this number to this line here. I can just zoom in a little bit to make sure this is going to be lined up properly. I can make this a little bit smaller here. And again, I can bring this over. And I definitely want this number 27 to curve with our design. And so we know we're going to transform this text. So I would just simply go into circle. And again, we see it already done here. I can grab the bottom of our dot just to even out our curve. And I think what we have here is really well and will be a great addition to our overall design. So if everything looks good here, one of the things I like to do when my design is complete, it just simply highlight everything and just simply hit right click, group. So now everything is grouped together and now it is one solid piece. Now from here, before I actually go and download this as a particular PNG file to upload to my print on demand partner, I want to definitely make sure that the product looks great on a t-shirt. And I can do that by simply hovering over their mockup generator. And when I click the mockup generator, it will showcase how this design will look on a t-shirt. In my case today, I want to do this particular model here, and I want to change the color to be black, and I want to fit the design properly on my t-shirt. And as you can see, that looks great. So again, this is a great way for you to just automatically see if your design is going to look well on a particular t-shirt, especially if you know you want to sell a different color t-shirt. So this shirt might do well as a red t-shirt design. So again, that looks well also. And what's great about utilizing the mockup feature right in Kittl is that if I do see some things that need to be changed, I can go right into the editor again and make those immediate changes, go back into the generator for the mockup images and to test and to see if this is working well for my overall design. And in my case today, I think this design is perfect to sell on a print on demand t-shirt. Now, if everything looks well here, we can go ahead and go to download. And I want to make sure that I remove the background, because if not, we're going to have this black show up. And I want to get that removed from my design. So make sure you hit remove background. And of course, we want to save this as a PNG. Now, once we have done that, this will give us the option to save this to our computer. Now we have a PNG file of our design. We can upload to Printify and start selling this on our Etsy shop. So as you can see, creating amazing print on demand products is really easy to do once you have a platform like Kittl to find amazing templates to create and redesign in your own unique way. So again, if you want to try out Kittl on your own, they were so kind to give my audience a discount code to make it easier for you to use this product and actually get some things listed in your Etsy shop. Now, if you want to learn my exact step-by-step process of starting an Etsy shop, then make sure you click this next video here. And if you want to learn more about how to make income online, then consider subscribing to my channel here. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.